Good afternoon. I'm Jay Grosskreis with the Minneapolis Lane Collectors Club. We're in Granite, Iowa this weekend here, where they had the gathering of UDLXs. And this one here, would you just give me your name and where you're from and a little history of this unique tractor?
My name is Steve Albright. I live in Marion. The tractor actually belongs to my cousin Kevin. He just asked me if I'd say a couple quick words about it, and I told him the only way I'll do it is if he gives me half hour to talk, and he promised he would, but I'll hurry and make the first 5 minutes interesting, and then we'll get it done with. So anyway, tractor originally belonged to my Uncle Ray. He was a great tinkerer. I don't know if that's a word or not, but I mean, he loved to tinker on old machinery and stuff, and he did a lot of work on this tractor. One of the things we did together when we were disking corn stalks, for example, they were disking with a D John Deere on steel wheels, and this tractor with 2 discs, and when they'd have to move from one field to the other, he built with his tinkering talent, he built a machinery trailer with just out of 3 car axles. I don't think there's any springs or anything under it to drive the D and the disc up there and pulled it with the U. That's the UDLX. That's the first real job that I can remember it had, and after that he started fixing on it. The tires on it were really bad, and couldn't find any 32-inch tires. And I can very well remember the shop we had out on the farm there was an old 2-car garage with a dirt floor. He took a binder platform, laid it down on there, laid his rims down, and as you can see, filled them with cement to get jacked up from a 32 to a 38-inch rim. 38-inch tires were available, 32s weren't. And that was quite a project that day. He wasn't quite sure that was going to work, so he did one day, and a couple days later, after he decided it was good enough, to get the other one. He wasn't going to do them both the same day in case we had to redo it. The other thing that was kind of interesting about what he did, like I say, he was a great fixer. He was plowing at my dad's place, and he come walking home. He says something happened to the tractor. He says, I think he either broke a camshaft, and I don't know if it's got what am I saying? Timing gear or timing chain, and I don't know what it was. He came home and that's what it was. Went to his buddy Bob Madison in Sioux Falls and got the part he needed, came back and put it together yet, never took the plow out of the ground. Did it all right out in the field. He grabbed a press and wrench and a 12-inch hammer and went out and fixed it right out in the field. So that was kind of a unique thing. But I think the thing that I really enjoy the most out of this, doing this, you know, in our day, it was an Albright tradition. You had to plow deep. If you didn't plow deep, you just as well stay home. And they always tried to plow, you know, wrist deep or at least plier deep. And most of the tractors that we had wouldn't pull this plow decently in alfalfa. So we put this on a 3-bottom Moline plow and put an A John Deere in front of it with a car tire, and we plowed acres and acres and acres of alfalfa with that thing that way. And it's kind of funny whenever Ray would think that I was goofing off. I mean, I wasn't big enough to drive a tractor at that time, but I drove that A because I was under his control. All he had to do was put the clutch in, and I wasn't going anywhere. And whenever I'd get tired or whatever, he'd put the clutch in, and I'd stop that quick, and I'd look back, and he'd be smiling. Well, drive, you know. I wasn't going to go anywhere. So that's probably the highlight of what I remember from driving with this tractor. Okay. So there's a lot of other little things that he was interested in, but as we don't know. So, yeah. With that, I'm going to congratulate you, Moline exhibitors and collectors, for coming and getting something like this put together. I collect a few tractors myself, and I know what it's like to get this many tractors of one kind that's this rare to a show here in Granite, Iowa. You guys are to be commended for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you for your information.